Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn some basic and advanced concepts in Salesforce security. As this is a vast subject, so we are going to split our video into multiple parts. In the first part of Salesforce security, we are going to cover OWD, profile, permission sets, public group, queues, and see some examples. So we'll go with theory first. So OWD stands for organization by default. So, as the name suggests, whatever we set for an object is going to be set for organization wide. Here we just classify how the user of a system have an access to an object. The setting we set in organization wide default is set according to support the most restrictive level of access we want to expect for the user with the least access, or in other words, OWD, we set the OWD to limit the most restricted user in the system. What are those settings which we set? There are three main settings which are public read write, public read only, and private. So public read write means that if I am a owner of a record and that object is set to public read write, then I can see other owners records, and I can edit their records as well as I can see my own and edit my own records. In public read only, I can just edit and read and see my records as well as I can see other owners record, but I can't edit them. In private, I can see my own record and edit, but I cannot see other person's records as well as I cannot edit them. There are some additional options such as public full access view, which is only set for campaign object. There are some other settings such as read, write, and transfer for lead and case. Transfer here means that owner has an access to transfer the ownership to another owner or not. That what transfer means. Control by parent is some of the child records. In some of the child records, we can set this control by parents in which the security will be governed by the parent. So that is control by parent. So how do we know which setting we need to set for an object? That depends on these three main questions. First of all, we need to identify which user or group of user has the most restriction on viewing and creating records of data in the object. Once we identify that, then second question we need to ask is, do we need to prevent that user from seeing any of the records in the object? If answer yes, then we set OWD to private. But if the answer is no, which means user can see the other person record, then the question is whether the user will have edit access to those records to other owners record. If answer is no, then public read only. If answer is yes, then public read write. So now let's read some important concept, which is a profile. Profile is nothing but a collection of settings and permission that define what a user can do in Salesforce. It controls object permission, field permission, some login IP hours, login hours, password policies, and page layouts, what Apex class it has access to. All these kind of things are set up in profile. Even the tab should be visible or not. These kind of things are set up in profile. At object level, we set up this cred in profile. Cred means create, read, edit, delete. These are the access we give in profile. We will see this in demo how it works. Now we will see what is permission set. Permission set is also similar to profile. It is also a collection of settings for a user, but the only difference is it extends the permission given to a user group of users without extending the permission to all of the users associated with the profile. So if a profile has 100 users, out of those 100, on 20 users we need to extend or give more access to those 20 users. Then we will go with the profile and assign a profile to those 20 users. That's what's the purpose of permission set. So other differences I can say, one user must have one profile, but one user can have multiple permission sets. And permission set is optional. It means user may or may not have permission set, but a user must have one profile associated with him. Now we will jump into demo. We will cover some of the scenarios here. So first scenario says that if profile cred setting is on and OWD is private, then user see or create his own records and can edit or delete them. Which means that if OWD is set to private in here, the user can see his own record and even edit them because of the profile access here, but cannot see or edit the other owner's record. Let's see this. So I went to sharing setting. You go to setup, right sharing here, and I clicked on sharing setting and I see organization wide defaults here. I click on edit. So here I have an option to public read write, public read write transfer, public read write write, and public read write transfer. This is only for lead. For other, we just get three. For contact, contract, or contact, we get this control by parent option. In this contact, we have control by parent, which means it will be governed by account, whatever we set for account. So we'll keep it as private, and here I've logged in as myself, Nikhil, and I see the everybody's record because I'm system admin, so I can see there are record from different owners. And here we are going to log in as a different user who has a different profile. Let's see that user profile here. Okay, so we are going to log in as Tweet, and Tweet is associated with Sales Rep Dallas profile. We will open this profile and see how it looks. So we got a Sales Rep Dallas profile open up here, and we will just simply go and click on edit, and we will go and check the leads. So we see the standard object permission which we can give to the objects. Here for the leads we have set up cred cred options on, but view all and modify all are off. And now we will simply go to login as tweet. So I have logged in as a tweet here, and I see that I can see only my own records. I'll refresh this just to confirm. I can see only my records. Now let's consider another scenario where we will see if the edit and delete access has been taken away from a profile. Then in that case, a tweet would be able to create and read his own record, but he cannot edit them. I'm going to take away edit and delete option here, and I'm going to click on save. Once it's saved, I'll log in as tweet. I'll refresh. I'll open one of the records here. And I will now try to edit this record, and it should throw me an error. Here I am. I don't see an option of edit here, which is what we wanted. I cannot edit this record. Now we will consider another scenario. So in this scenario, I will give the public read only access to the lead and cred access, in which he would be able to edit his record and see other owner's record also, but won't be able to edit other record, but will be able to edit his own record. So I'll go to sharing setting, and here I will give public read only. Okay, now I will log in back as tweet and see how it looks. Click on back and I'll see if I can see all the records here or not. See, I'm able to see all the records, And if I try to edit this one, let's see if I'll be able to edit this one, and I will try to edit his own record. So I've opened this one, and let's see if he is able to edit the other owner's record or not. So we are here and we don't see edit option here. Let's go to his own record, and we don't see an edit option here. I, so I do not see edit option at both, but I'm able to see both records, which means that we have kept the profile create and read checked, but we didn't check edit and delete. However, the OWD is set to public read only. That's why he's able to see all the records. So let me quickly go and check edit and delete options here. Here, if you see here, the edit and delete option were not checked, and that's why he was not able to edit even his own records. Now, Tweet would be able to edit his own record, but not able to edit other owner's record. Now let's check. This is the record owned by another owner, and we'll try to edit this. We should not be able to. After clicking on edit, let me change the phone number here. Let's click on save. Okay, you don't have necessary privilege, and it's because we have public read only, but cred setting on and view all and modify all are off. Now we will go and check his own record, which is owned by him. Here we will set phone number 1, and let's click on save. We didn't give any error, and we are able to save it. So which proves that we are able to edit his own record but not other. Now what if we just take cred away and keep public read only? What will happen in that case? Let's see. We'll go to profile and we'll click on edit. And we'll go to leads. We will take away cred access. Remember, OWD is public read only and cred setting has been taken away. Okay, I'll fix this and then we'll be able to save. Give me 1 minute. So yeah, I have fixed, I've taken out some lead assignment rules. I've deleted them. Now we are able to save this profile by taking cred access away for the lead object. We will just verify that. Here, no access. And remember, setting is public read only. Now let's see what happens to that user. I'll go here. I'll try to refresh this and I'll try to go to leads. So the moment I try to go to leads, I don't see that option. What? It means that we can't see the lead object at all. Even not his own records, we don't see anything. Which tells that profile is in profile, the cred option is must to see the object. If it's not there, you can't see leads. So coming back here, The if cred setting is not there, nothing cannot be accessed. So which tells that profile is a must, is a base. Consider this as a consider this example where if you're doing an international travel, then you cannot travel if you don't have a passport. So it's considered that as a passport where it's must be there in order for you to read any row or access any row. However, if a user has a permission set which has access to an object, then you can see that object. Consider the permission set as a extra or extra passport which you have. Okay. Now what will happen if cred access is given in public read write? In that, it means it has a full access. A user can see his record, other record, even edit other records and edit his own records. What if it is public read write and cred? What will happen in that case? In that case, he would be able to see the other record, his own record, but he would not be able to edit other owner's record. Let's consider this example. So I have given public read write access to lead, and in profile I have given cred access. Let's see that. I have given cred access here. Now let's go to tweet. He should get access back. Yes, he got it. And he should be able to see everybody's record. See, he's able to see everybody's record. Let's see if he can edit the other owner's record, and let's see if he can edit his own record. So I've clicked on edit button and I'm trying to update other owner's record here. So as we see, we are able to edit this record. I think the reason is we have given cred access here. So here in this, we are able to see, edit, delete all records. But if we take edit access away, we will not be able, he will not be able to edit his own records as well, because that is a must. So if I go here and take the edit access here, I'm giving create access and I'm giving read access. Edit and delete, I'm not giving. So in this case, he will be able to read all records, but he'll not able to edit his own and he'll not able to edit the other owner's record. Let's go here and let's try to refresh this. This is other owner's record, and let's see if he can edit this one. I'm able to refresh, which means, and I'm not getting error, which means that I'm able to read this record. There's no problem in reading this. Now let's click on detail and let's try to edit that. We don't have an edit option, which here. Now let's try to see it from here. Let's save it. We get this error. Similarly, if he tries to edit his own record, let's see what happens. Now he's trying to edit his own record here. Do you think he should be able to? Let's see. and he won't be able to, because edit access is must. Remember, profile is a passport. He must have a basic access to do this. Then a public read write will work. So as edit is not given, so he is not able to edit his own record as well. Now what if we give view all access and keep private OWD as private? So here, by giving view all access, user would be able to see all his records but modify just his records, but won't be able to modify records of other owner because the modify all option is unchecked here. So let's see this. We will go here, and if we click on view all, suppose if this is unchecked, but if you give view all, this gets automatically checked, which means read is automatically checked if you click on view all. Now we are giving create access also, and we are going to give full cred access. We'll consider this scenario. Let's do it. Now coming here, okay, we forgot to change the sharing setting. Let's do the sharing setting to private. Private. Yes. Save it. Now let me tell what we have done. We have done cred view all and profile, but OWD as private. Now let's see what happens. We will refresh this. We will refresh this. So let's see if he has access to all records. Yes, he has access to all records, including his own records. But let's see if he can edit the other person record, and he would not be able to. The reason is modify all option is off, and uh, the OWD setting is set to private. In that case, he would be able to modify his own record. See, we are able to update this. So we just confirm this part. Now if uh, what if we just give modify all option? What will happen in that case? Then in modify all, he would be getting the full access, and we will also give correct on like this. Let's see what happens in this case. We'll go here, we'll go to profile, we'll go edit, so we'll go to leads and we'll give modify all option. So we have sharing settings set to, let's see what are sharing settings set to. We need to set it to private. So I just changed OWD setting for lead as private here, and I have also given modify all option here. So when you give modify all option, edit gets checked automatically. So I give modify, this gets checked automatically. Now what we'll do is we'll just log in as tweet here, and we'll go and check the other record. Other record means other owner's record. Last time we were not able to edit it, edit this record. Now let's see what will happen now. Now we are going to edit this, and we are able to. So modify all gives you full access to modify everyone's record. And we can't have this. The moment you click on modify, the edit will automatically will be selected. So what if we just give create and view all option? In this, the moment we give view all option, the read will automatically get selected and it will give access to create and view all records. Now what if cred is unchecked and we check it in permission set? Remember last time we said, okay, nothing will be accessed, but if you give permission set and assign to a user, then user will be able to see his own records. So that is a special passport we have. Let's consider this example in our demo. So I'm going to uh, give edit access, cred access to the sales rep Dallas permission set profile. I'll see leads. Okay, so we have no access right now. I'm just going to edit this one. The layout in permission set is a little different, but it does the same thing here. So I will choose this available cred access on, and I will give read and edit access to all the fields. This is the field level security. If we take away the read and edit access to that particular field, we'll not be able to see that field on the layout. So I've clicked on save and I will assign this permission set to a user. So I've clicked on this user, Tweet Adams. Now, how can I assign a permission set here? I'll just go to permission set assignment and click on edit assignment here. Here I will choose my sales rep and save. I've updated the profile now, and here I have given I've taken away the leads access completely, which means cred options is unchecked. If you see here, cred option is unchecked, and for permission set we have cred options on. And then let's see what will happen to tweet. Remember our previous example, he didn't have access. Now let's see whether he would get access through permission set or not. So we'll go to tweet. And let's see if we get this option or not. Okay, I have this tab open. I'll just refresh this. So it's getting refreshed and we'll get to know whether we can see. Okay, so it loads up. Now he's able to see his own records and he would be able to edit them also because permission set is cred checked and this is unchecked. So which means permission set is a special passport which give access to an object just like a profile. Now we have seen multiple scenarios, very useful information I'll share with you, which comes as in an interview or in any admin exam. So what is it? A person reports, okay, admin says I'm not able to deactivate a user or make them inactive on user deactivation. So the possible reasons for an admin not be able to deactivate a user could be these options. One, you cannot deactivate someone if somebody is a default case owner or automated case owner or default lead creator or owner, you would not be able if a user is there in the workflow and if user is in the customer hierarchy field. Customer hierarchy field means if a user object has any other lookup to a user object and there he is selected and there any active user is selected for that particular user who you are trying to deactivate, then also you won't be able to do it. Okay, if he is a recipient of workflow email alert, yes, you won't be able to do. Customer portal administrator, yes. So these are the options which will restrict you from deactivating a user. But if you are in hurry and you can't all do this and make a user you don't want a user to log into your Salesforce system, then there's an option of freeze. You can just freeze that particular user and later on you can just take a user away from these options. Now we'll jump what is public group and queues. So public group represents a custom group of users defined by an administrator. Their purpose is to share records further. They don't own the records. Administrator can add a user in the group. Once an administrator has created public group, other user in organization can use it for security, content, and knowledge. You can add another public group user roles and subordinate. What it means, if you want to group some users together and you want to share some records to them, and for any security purpose you want to share records or then in that case you make a public group. Remember, they won't own the record, they will not be a owner of a record, they will be just used for sharing purpose. But queue is different in that case. In queue is also a group of users, but let's read out. It helps your team manage leads, case, service contract, and custom object. Once records are placed in queue manually or through an automatic case of lead assignment or case, record remain there unless they are assigned to a user taken by one of the queue members. Any queue member user can or user above them in the role hierarchy can take ownership of the record in a queue. Use, use queues to route leads, case, custom objects. In queue, you can add it to the supporting object. Then in a member, you can add it to the user, group, roles, and subordinate. So what I'll say is queue is also like group. The difference is queue can become a owner of any record for lead, case, and service. So when you create a queue, you're given an option, okay, for which object you are doing it. In public group, you're not. So the reason you're giving an option of choosing an object because you want to assign a queue you to that particular object. That's the difference of between queue and public group. We'll read out the difference here again. Queue could be used as a primary owner, public group cannot. Purpose of this group is sharing. So queues are typically used when you want to assign a record to the bunch of users. Queue can be created for custom objects, for case, leads, and knowledge. However, public group can be created and used across any objects. We'll simply see the demo of this one. So we will try to create a group here, and I just wrote public group here and I selected that. Please see we already have some groups made previously, and now I'm going to create a new group. Let's say different sales team, and we have an option to select the group which we have already created before, or we can select roles. We'll talk about role in our second part of video, and we will also talk about territory. For the sake of simplicity, we'll choose tweet Tom, and we'll choose Rob, and we'll assign this to this, and we will simply click on save. Now let's see how queues are created. As I said, when we create queues, we are given an option to choose object. We'll choose lead. I'll say lead sales owner, and I'll choose here tweet Tom, these two owners. I'll click on save. Now I will go to any specific lead. and let's see if I'm able to assign a queue to it. So I have opened a record here, and I'm going to transfer this record. Either I can transfer to a user or I can transfer to a queue. We can also transfer to territory, but we will see that in our other part of video. So I'll say lead. Okay, so maybe I need to select queue. So I get lead sales owner, and I change the owner here. See, now a group of users own a record. Now one of the users in queue has to take it on his in his bucket. We'll see that how we can do it. So now we have opened the leads for the I've logged in a street, and for lead we see that his own records are coming, and the this queue is coming because he's a member of this queue. He will simply go and assign it to himself. He's able to, and that's how the queue works. Thank you for watching my video, and in second part we will cover some other advanced topics. uh, Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.